You're on.
Oh,
That's
yeah,
the lady from Icy.
You're on.
Hey.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the gathering and live with Lisa today.
And
I am Jessica.
we're not Lisa.
Yeah, we're not Lisa today. I'm Jessica, and this is Peggy. We are over at the gathering. So we are going to talk to you today a little bit about Valentine's Day, a little bit about coming to the retreat house. What else?
I don't know what else you got up your sleeve.
We'll find out. We'll
Yep.
find out. Just so you know, I'm reading your comments here on a phone. I'm not, what am I, easily distracted? Oh, that's well. This is to help me so that I can see any questions that are coming up. So please ask away. What size is Triangles with Love? What is Triangles with Love? Oh, is that what we showed you today on Comment Sold? I think it's in there, so we'll have to look, but I believe if it's the little one, it's 1 inch. So yeah.
Didn't you measure something in Comment Sold?
That was the runner.
Oh, the runner.
But I believe it's 1 inch for the Triangles with Love.
It's like a little mini quilt.
Yep, the little mini quilt. Yep. So that is what we are doing today. So if you have any questions about any of the retreats, if you have suggestions about retreats here, questions about
Just anything in general.
just anything in general, we are here to talk to you. Lisa is in California teaching. I believe she will be back here on Sunday, and then she leaves again to go to Florida for a week.
How's she rate?
She dodged the cold bullet for sure.
Yeah.
She's like, oh, we gotta go ski, and then
It's been really cold.
leaves
And then she
the winter.
leaves. Yep,
right?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
Absolutely. All right. Have all the wool boxes gone out? They are getting boxed right now. So I am hoping that the truck is called, and hopefully tomorrow they will go out. Thank you so much for your patience. We had to wait for a little bit more fabric to come in from Moda to put in one of the kits for you. So that was the hold up there, but I believe it is all ready to go. I saw them doing hot laps earlier, so
Yep.
we are good. All right. Do you want to tell us a little bit about the gathering?
So we are able to accommodate 25 lodging guests.
Okay.
So we have 10 rooms with all single beds, no bed sharing. Share the room, but not the bed.
I'm out.
I know. Heidi says she's out. Anyway, so we have those rooms are a combination of quads. We have 1 triple. We have 4 doubles and 2 singles.
And the
So-
2 singles are ADA compliant, right?
Correct. So if you do have a handicap or require accommodations, we can help you with that. So we have packages, 3-night, 4-day. A typical 3-night, 4-day would be, for instance, checking in on a Thursday, and you'd be here in time for dinner. That'd be your first meal, and then checking out on Sunday. We have a 6-night, 7-day stay. So typically, a lot of Lisa's retreats are week-long retreats. So, and the benefit of doing that is if you stay in a package, you get some extra goodies.
Okay.
And when we show you one of the rooms and move on, I'll show you what those goodies look like. So,
But they don't have to stay a Thursday through a Sunday. They could come
That's
in
just-
on Monday and leave on Wednesday if they
that's
wanted
just
to.
an example. So we don't have restrictions as far as the days you can check in, check out, those kinds of things. We do have, the only stipulation we have is we have to have at least 4 guests staying here at a given time. So it doesn't have to be 4 people that know each other. It just needs to be 4 people. So we do have a chef on staff. I have a small group of ladies that are here today for a club, and they had lunch with us.
Okay.
So they were here for the day, and Erica made sloppy joes and salad bars.
Yummy.
Yeah. But anyway, food's great. We can accommodate special diets.
Yeah.
Like gluten-free is a big one. And then
She's pinned against the door like, it wasn't me.
so we do our best to accommodate special diets. So that's not an issue.
Just got to make sure you tell us ahead of time.
Yes.
Not when you get here.
Don't spring
When you
that on us.
call,
Yeah.
make sure you tell us anytime they say anything like that. Please make sure you give us a heads up, because surprising us on the day of
So usually
doesn't always go as planned, because
Right.
we already have things that we've planned or brought in for those meals that
correct.
we need to know.
So typically it's as easy as calling us to find out what dates are available for you to come and visit and how long you want to stay. Of course, based on availability. And all that we require is a $200 lodging deposit to hold your reservation. And so that's not refundable, but it is transferable. So if something happens and you can't come on that specified date, then we go ahead and transfer that deposit. So that's kind of really the only. The beauty of staying here is you don't really need to bring anything except yourself, your toiletries, and your projects that you want to work on.
Maybe some clothes.
Maybe some clothes, perhaps. Anyway, you should see when people come in here. It's like wagon after wagon after wagon, and they bring a lot of stuff.
I believe it.
So we'll show you around the gathering and show you what's available and what our accommodations look like.
Okay. And we do hold clubs here. We hold parties here.
Yep.
So if you're watching and you're local and you want to host a holiday party, or I know we usually have the firemen's holiday party, give us a call. We can see what we can do to accommodate you.
Yep. We also have quilt shows here, and we keep getting the question of when are the blue and white quilts going to be on their way home.
I believe they all are
Yes.
on their way home as of yesterday, I believe.
They're
So
working on it.
I know they are working
It's
on
in the
them.
postal services hands.
Yeah, some
Yeah,
of it is in the Postal Service's hand. I know the winners we're collecting everything for the winners in order for those to go out on the trailer. But I know we did order a truck because there were so many of them. So they did go out on a truck.
Yeah, we had somebody call today saying that she's actually coming for a retreat fairly soon, so we're going to hold her quilt so she can just pick it up. But yeah, they're in the process of making all that happen.
All right. So a question is, do we have to bring a sewing machine or can we borrow one?
You can rent one. So we rent Juki's and Bernina's, and if you call us, we can tell you all about that.
Okay.
Ma'am, if you're coming in a package and that stuff, we can give you a little bit of a break on a rental, but absolutely we can rent you a machine so you don't have to worry about hauling one when you fly.
Perfect. Let's see, what else do we got?
And get somebody here where not necessarily about the gathering, but
Okay, how many yards are needed for the tan flannel that Lisa used for the penny quilt from the November wool box? That's going to be a question that you are going to have to email the store at. So store@primitivegatherings.us. Off the top of my head, I do not know the answer to that.
Is that the nickel?
Yeah. Double nickels.
Double nickels.
That was a beautiful quilt. In the Unity Quilt Along, I am one of those who likes their directional fabrics going the right way. So will a half square triangles be in a row, or some need to be turned around in blocks? I'm not sure how all the blocks are going to get set. So I would say that if you are a directional person, I would find something that is non-directional until you find out what the block is going to look like.
Yep.
Reading comments on Facebook, it appears that for Unity that we can sew 50 sets of 72 scrappy. No background fabric is used in 50 sets. Is that correct? Your background fabric is specifically background fabric. So what that means is your blocks, all of your half square triangles will get set within that. So think sashing, borders, binding, things like that. That is what your background fabric is for. It is not used within those blocks.
Yeah.
So hopefully that helps. I think that's all.
Okay.
All right. Tammy says she's coming for sit, and shop.
We call it the 4 S's because we can't say that.
Yeah, we don't. We keep going like sip, shop. I need to stop because I might have said something.
well, yeah, you get in trouble with that one.
I know.
So what we have every now and then, if we happen to have a weekend free, and it's coming up fairly soon, we do what the 4 S's. So sit, sip, shop, and stay. So you get a tumbler when you come in, hence the ship. I said shit. I said shit. Hence the sip. See, I told you I was going to get myself in trouble, but I did say shit. You have to provide your wine or your liquor or whatever else that you are bringing along.
Quick Trip is right up the
Or
road.
Quick Trip is right up the
Or
road.
Dollar
Or the
General.
Dollar is right next door.
It's even closer, yeah.
And then shop, stay, and have fun, right?
Yep, we have one this weekend.
So it's just an overnight. So you come in and you check in at 9 o'clock in the morning. The next day you leave at 3 o'clock.
Correct.
It's $200 to stay for
Yep.
those. So it's just a nice, fun thing if you're looking for a getaway to come and sew and retreat, but not a true retreat to stay all weekend. We do those. So
Yeah.
watch for those. And we do them.
It's kind of a way to figure out if it's something you want to do on an extended basis. It's like just come and hang out and see what it's all about.
Okay, one more.
We got
So we need 7 to 8 yards of background fabric for Unity. Yes, it is a large quilt. If you want it to be smaller, you don't need to get it all, but 7 to 8 would hypothetically, if you want it smaller, also be your backing.
It's 98 by 98.
Yeah, 98 by 98, or you can make 2 of them if you wanted to.
Mhm.
As for something where you have fun for me, where you have a question about the 790 Pro, you're going to have to call Bernina on that. That's not something I am even remotely qualified to talk to you about. What is the theme of the quilt show this year?
We're going to announce that pretty
I
soon.
can't tell you. I could get in trouble. So we'll have to wait. It's coming up. We'll let you, well, probably next week.
Next
we'll
week,
probably
She
we
let you
dropped
know.
a couple hints in the
Yeah,
last
she
couple weeks. So
Yeah.
if you were watching,
Yeah.
I think she mentioned
Yeah.
it.
Official announcement soon to come.
Coming soon. All right. So let's walk
Yeah.
around and you can tell us a little bit about the gathering. Right now we have a couple ladies here for Social Sisters. So it's a nice, fun little group that they have, kind of a private little group that they
One of
come
the-
once a month.
Elisa's original stitch groups.
Yeah. Yep. All right. So
So
let's go. Okay. And we are on a phone today, so a little bit easier, but we're not mic'd up. So if you can't hear us, please let us know. So this one right here is our little kitchenette. This is the guest kitchen that you have here. You have your own fridge, so if you need to go and get some goodies or have something you need to store in there, you can do so. We have a coffee area, coffee bar, coffee, tea, microwave, convection oven, ice water. And then down there, brand new, is a freezer. In case you have an ice pack that needs to go in there or you want some ice cream bars or something like that, that is what that is used for. And then you can see across the way the kitchen. The kitchen is dim because we don't have anybody in there right now. Lunch is over.
So lunches usually consist of homemade soup and a salad bar. Dinners are usually a little more extensive, served by our chef Erica.
And I do have to say that while we can only hold 25 people overnight, a lot of our clubs or some of our classes can hold 45.
Yes.
Some of our cross-stitching ones we've had where we've had 75. So
Yep.
we can hold bigger groups. It's just that we can only have 25 people staying here overnight.
Right.
And normally we have a few more quilts in here. It looks really, really bare to us right now because obviously we had 100 quilts in here just a month ago.
Correct.
And it was jam-packed. So we're gonna go through the hallway here and you'll see Lisa has it all decorated right now. Actually, it's for fall.
Actually, let's back that train up for a
Okay,
minute.
back that train.
So this is the main workroom. We have ironing stations. We have cutting tables. Actually, this is a Martelli table that we've just recently started using. So completely adjustable. So these are our ironing stations and our cutting tables. And everyone, if we were to fill this up, everybody would get one of these 2x4 foot tables to set up their machine or whatever. We have electricity on all of the tables. So it's a nice bright workspace, a lot of natural light. The lighting's really good in here, actually.
It's very good in here.
Yeah, I can do hand stitching in here without any additional light. So now we're headed down the guest room corridor, I guess you could call it. So there are 10 rooms here. We always have it decorated with lots of quilts, and
We change it up
ideas.
every season.
we do.
And then when you come, all of your name will be on the outside of your door. And then we also have name tags too. So if you are with a group and another group comes along, you will have the name tag so that everyone knows everyone. And look at the fun key.
So the key fobs match the barn signs that are outside in the hallway in case you get lost.
I didn't even know that.
Well, there you are. So this is one of our quad rooms. So 4 single beds in here. And around every room has its own shower and toilet. So that's around the corner.
I love that there's 2 sinks
Yes.
on the outside.
So a lot of time, people will be out here, want to brush their teeth, comb their hair or whatever while someone's in the shower. So that's perfect.
I always wonder when I'm at hotels and sinks are in with the shower and everything else,
Yeah.
and people are getting ready, and it's like, you can't do that.
It's what?
I said, you can't do that, you know,
No.
because it's there, but it's nice that they are on the outside.
So one of the perks of coming to stay with us and stay in a package, you not only get a little bit of a break in your lodging expense, but you also get some goodies, some perks for booking in one of our packages. So these are brand new, actually. We've always had totes, but this is a new color. And we have a new logo now that says The Gathering at Primitive Gatherings. And in addition, you'll also get some goodies in a bag. This is a new bag, too.
Yep.
Every stitch tells a story. Lisa's favorite phrase.
Bring it around and show it right up close.
Oh, gotcha. Yep. So in the bag, we have all kinds of goodies.
Bring it up close.
Some fabric. Every time that you stay here at the gathering, you'll get a patch with the year on it. And so a lot of people take these patches and sew them on the end of the tote. So you can tell how many times they've been here. So that's one of the perks. There's fabric. This changes periodically, but this gives you an idea of some of the things that you might find in a goodie bag.
Can you elaborate? I can talk. I already did comment sold today, so I already talked. What do you have for a handicapped person?
So the handicap accessible rooms have a shower that has just a very slight lift in the shower pan. So, I mean, nothing that you have to swing your leg up over, for sure. And then there are benches in the shower itself. Doorways are a little bit wider. So very accommodating. And that's people's biggest concerns are actually for safety in the bathroom, in the shower, those kinds of things. So that's what we can do to help accommodate. Like I said, the doorways are wider.
Both of our single rooms are ADA
Correct.
compliant.
Correct.
You don't have any other rooms that are ADA compliant. It's just the 2 single rooms.
And I don't know. I mean, the shower pan in this room is probably a couple inches tall, so not huge, but understandable if you have mobility issues. You certainly want to ask about that. So.
Susie Q is going to put this on her bucket list.
All right. All right.
So do we have any retreats coming up that we have availability?
We do. So Lisa has added a couple retreats this year that are brand new. One of them being Cabin Fever, and that is the first full week in March. And we do have availability in that. If you want to call a gathering, we can give you specifics about what types of rooms might be available. Phone number 920-778-8031. And by the way, it's myself, Barbara, or Lori. So you could get any one of us that would answer the phone, and any one of us can help you with a reservation.
And also with some of the retreats, you may have to room with someone you don't know.
Yep. We have some really cool stories about people who have done that. Very hesitant. They want a room with anybody else. Everyone wants a private room. It's like, and I wish we could, but we can't. So we have several stories where people didn't know each other, they roomed together, and now they come back repeatedly to the gathering, and they always room together.
Right.
So we've got some cool stories. So come make new friends. Really, you're not in that room except to sleep.
Right. Yep.
If you're in the room for any longer than that, then you haven't brought nearly enough projects with you. So.
And you're being antisocial. Get out of that.
Yeah. So anyway, what
So-
else?
We have one retreat that we never advertised for, red, white, and blue, and we have a couple openings for that one.
Yes. There's actually a quad room like this that due to circumstances became available. So there are 4 beds left in that retreat, and that retreat is so popular that we've done 2 sessions of that. So that is the last 4 beds for both weeks, and those are both held in June.
Yep. One's at the beginning of June, one's towards the middle of
Correct.
June, I think it is.
Around
Like
the
every
20th.
other week is like the first week and the third week.
Yep.
But we never advertised for it. So to tell you how popular this is, we filled 46 spots without even having to advertise it. So if you want to come to one of Lisa's retreats, I think that is like the premier retreat that you need to go to.
Right.
I think they have a lot of fun there, and the projects are out of the way.
There's another new one that's kind of interest, and people didn't know if they wanted to commit to an entire week at the gathering, but they also wanted to kind of sit in and spend some time with Lisa. So she's doing a works in progress retreat this year, and what that is you will have Lisa here for 3 days. And so bring your problem quilts, bring your questions about applique, whatever the case may be. You'll have her here the entire time, and there is lodging available for that. You could also come as a day student if you wanted to, but that's just hello. I see a question.
Well, the husband and wife filter teams. Do you
Yep.
accommodate that?
We do. We have had men stay here. We have had men who attend a class or retreats. Absolutely, we can accommodate that. Don't hesitate if that's something that you're thinking about. So.
Let's see here. It says the flyer showed $375 for lodging. Lynn, you'd have to tell us what flyer that's for for cabin fever. So $375, it might be the class fee, and then it'll say plus lodging on there. So anytime that you are here, lodging class fees do not include lodging. That is just for supplies, because we normally, when it is a class that Lisa does, we provide all the kits for you. You don't have to go out and find your own fabric or anything like that. We have that all for you, and so that $375 is the fee for your supplies that you're going to need, anything like that. The basic kit fee.
Kit pattern instruction.
Yes.
There might be some additional small items that Lisa suggests that you bring for a particular retreat, and we do send out a list. Like it might be some additional threads, like some Valdani threads. A lot of people have Valdani at home, so why buy it again if you have it at home? So it's those kinds of things. It's not huge, and it along with your favorite sewing supplies. So, but yeah, that is the fee for the class, and you'll notice the difference between a lodging student and a day student, and where that comes in is when you stay here, your meals are included in your lodging price, whereas a day student,
We have to add that on.
we have to add that on to cover the cost of the meals.
Yeah.
So that's why the difference in the day and the
Yeah,
lodging.
we're not punishing you for being a day student.
Nope.
It's just when they put their lodging fee in, that covers everything.
Correct.
Perfect. What would we say to somebody who says, "What's the cost of a 2-day stay?"
Well, we would say call us for that pricing. I will tell you that we just had an increase in pricing as of the 1st of January. We have not raised prices here at the gathering for several years. And as you know, food, electricity, all of that has gone up crazy. So we did do a little, so the pricing did go up slightly in the packages. So call us to find out when you'd like to do that 2-day stay, and we can give you some pricing.
Yeah, and we will tell you that 2025 is fairly full. So if that's something that you are looking for, please make sure you plan ahead because spots are few and far between. 2026, I encourage you to book your stay, get your friends going, and block that part out because it's starting to fill up as
We
well.
are starting to book 2026 already. So
Okay, I do have to say that, Matt, we are super excited to see you at Winter Wonderland. We are all super excited.
All gonna be so
We're like, oh, can't wait.
I know we were just going through that list this morning, going, "Oh yeah, we gotta come."
He's super fun. He's the one that makes the soaps, the ones
Yep.
that we got for our
Yummy. Saint Nick.
Yes.
Yep.
Saint Nick brought them for us, so that
They're
was
great.
super special for everyone. Anybody else have any more questions here for the gathering for Peggy? We are going to go around so that you can kind of see all of the Valentines. So we decked it all out in Valentines. We covered up the beds because all of the beds are maybe we'll
Covered with
they're covered with other quilts, and it was a little bit more of a fall feel for us here today. So we covered them up as best that we could.
So presenting the gatherings, love shack.
Yeah. This is where we will put the husband and wife. But yeah,
in room with 4 beds.
in a room.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
We actually have 4 ladies that have this room booked starting tomorrow morning.
Yeah,
So.
so we gotta clean it up real fast.
Yep.
But just a couple things. So I did actually bring my comments over here so that I could talk a little bit about the things that we have here. So on the bed is a quilt called All My Heart. And this is a kit that you can get in different versions. So you can get a twin, a queen, and a king version. And the pattern shows you exactly what you need for that. So you don't have to have a separate pattern. It's just going to depend on what size that you would like. And then we have obviously the Linked in Love pillow there. That would be great on a couch or on your bed. And that one is flannel with wool on it. What was the quilt you just splashed on the bed? The one underneath, I think, is just a snowball. So this was just a snowball, just done in a whole bunch of reproductions.
Jess,
Yes.
Debbie Chapel says, when Bob and I come back, I totally want the love room.
Oh, just for you,
We'll
Deb.
see what we can
Get
do.
some rose
Wouldn't it be kind of
petals.
fun to have different rooms that are like
Yeah.
Theme rooms.
themed rooms?
Yeah. We got the honeymoon suite. The honeymoon.
This is the, I don't know, pinwheels. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of cool, right? We have to do like a barn quilt up there.
Well-
Lisa, we're changing everything around.
Yes. While you're gone, we're changing. No,
The cats will play.
let me answer a question that Heidi just saw in the comments while
Yeah.
we make the transition here. Someone said, do you need to pay in full for your reservation? So going back to when you pick a date and we do a registration for you, we would ask for a $200 deposit at that time. And then 30 days prior to your arrival, with a credit card on file, our system will go out and collect that remaining balance. So 30 days before your arrival is when payment in full is due.
Okay.
So, yeah, hopefully that answers that question for you. Was there anything else, Heidi, about that I saw?
Irene asked, is Jen Kingwell coming?
Why, yes, she is.
She is. So we have a wait list right now that Peggy and Barb and Lori will be getting to.
Mhm.
They're working on right now. And what's going to happen is they're going to send all of those people an email to let you know the classes, the times, the dates, the cost, and you will have a week to respond after they send that email. And so first come, first serve on those. Don't worry, we have 5 classes, 4 classes.
Yes.
We have 5 classes, so hopefully, you know, it'll be enough for everyone. We have a trunk show, so if you can't come to the classes, we have a trunk show that's going to be on a Sunday, and we're going to have a luncheon. We're going to have a come meet Jen, enjoy the gathering, come for lunch and treats and snacks, and visit with Jen and see what she does.
Yep. So we'll be able to fit a lot of people into those classes.
Yep.
So hopefully one of them will appeal to you.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, and then we're going to talk a little bit more over here. So this one is called Love Chain. This one is Love Chain.
Yep.
And I did do a comment sold earlier for those of you that are on comment sold with us. You can find those there from today. Otherwise, you can find them on our website. Just write down what I'm talking about and you can type those in. And sometimes, I think a lot of times with search engines, people like to type out the whole thing. You know, it's kind of like Google. And you type out your whole question. Don't type out your whole thing. So if I tell you that it's called chain linked, type in chain or type in linked, and it's going to give you, it's going to be a much smaller selection for that. Where can we find all the up and coming retreats? Heidi?
That would be at lisabonjean.com under the events calendar tab.
Yeah.
You can also find it at primitivegatherings.us under the events calendar
And
tab.
guess what? You can print it all out and you can have it as
Yep.
your calendar too.
That
In the
to
blog.
get the printout, you
Okay,
need
there
to
you
go to the blog, which is at lisabonjean.com under the blog tab, and then just look in the icons for the different posts, and you'll see where it says events calendar, and the PDF is located within that post.
Can you tell she's an expert on it? That's why I tell her to do it. All right, and then we have here, this one is Loads of Love.
Okay.
Ooh.
The bed just moved.
Kaylee's rearranging.
The beds are not attached to the headboard, FYI.
Oh, yeah, there you go. I need to move to Wisconsin to be closer. Absolutely, Mary. And then I think too, another thing to notice, like as we're talking here, somebody says how to find things. The closest airport is Appleton Airport. That is just a hop, skip, and a jump. Actually, it's probably just a skip. It's like 20 minutes away.
Yep.
So, and we can give you the name of our Uber guy that comes here. He knows us. He's a great guy. And he will accommodate you. He's got a nice sized van, so he can accommodate like 4 people in their luggage,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
But Appleton International Airport, that is where you're going to want to go. You can do Milwaukee, but Milwaukee is going to be about an hour and a half to
Or
2
Green Bay.
hours. Or Green Bay, that's going to be about an hour or so. And then we have here, if you like your little novies here, and it will come on that background as well. Hey, see? I just answered Sarah's question before she even popped it up. She must have been writing it as I was doing it. Okay, and then, oh, you could do the nightstand next to you.
Full circle.
Full circle.
Right next to the caramels that everybody gets when
Yeah.
they check in.
You get some caramels, so you have a nice little snack before the morning or the night, either one, whichever one you need to have. And then on the bed, we have flower heart, excuse me, heart flower pillow here. Better late than never, Michelle. And then we have 2 things that we have a brand new pattern of. This one is called Love You More. And then on the wall, it's called Love One Another. Now these are in the same pattern, and they're also in the red and white book as well. So we just made a separate pattern for it. If you don't have the red and white book, you can do that way. Then we have a nice little table runner that says Love You More. This is just using a charm pack and then a background fabric. So if you have some scrappy fabrics, you don't even have to be Valentine's Day related. Pink, white, and red. And you can make this beautiful one here. And then we have 2 pillows over here as well. Mary said, I gave my hubby your caramels for Christmas. I got one. She's waiting. She's waiting on her wool box. how much should we how much should we lose before coming to the retreat?
And I said none, just bring set up bigger pants.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Yeah, and diet and the gathering do not go together in the same sentence.
Yeah.
You will not lose weight here, so forget about it.
Usually when I come in and there's a full group here, that table that we went by in the like guest kitchen is filled with snacks. And sometimes they leave unopened bags here, so
So we eat them.
you know, what you leave, it's got to be eaten, right? Let's see. I tried ordering the Love Each Other kit on the Primitive Gatherings website, but it was not available, but available on Comment Sold. Carla, I would email the shop or give them a call. They can look into that for you. Do you have a light exercise room? I don't have an exercise room, but you could do laps around the sewing room out there.
We have ladies who get up early in the morning and do yoga out there in front of the.
When it's summertime.
Yeah.
We
With a path.
also have the path in the back.
Yeah.
So we have a big pathway. I bet you we could go out into the sewing area, the common area, and then go out towards the back, and you can kind of see that there. So we have a nice, it's made like pea gravel, right?
Right.
A nice path that goes around the acreage that we have here. And we are hoping to have flowers in there. Lisa has a whole big garden planned for
About a
back there.
half a mile.
Yeah, about half a mile.
Well, and you're really serious about that, and you're here with your own vehicle. There's several places to go and work out within, you know, a 15, 20 mile radius of here. I mean, there's aquatic centers.
Yeah.
I mean, there's, you know,
Wow.
24-hour
Gravel
fitness.
wise.
Yeah, there's all sorts of places.
Vicky says buffet pants and set your scale back 15 pounds. You're good to go.
Relax.
All right. So, any more questions before we leave you?
Well, we have to finish.
oh.
We didn't talk about these.
Yeah, we should.
Sure. We got you.
Finished.
So we have finished. This one here is called Pillow Talk. So all of the letters are in the pattern, so you can personalize it. Promise you don't have to put Bonjean on there. And then this one here is the candy hearts. And I know we talked about this on Comment Sold. I think candy hearts are kind of like candy corn. Some people like them and some people hate them. I love them, personally. I go and get them every time they are on sale after Valentine's Day. And then I have my fill for the year and we're good to go. All right, so come on and follow me.
One more.
Oh, sorry, runner. This one here is called XOXO. And this is another one that was a charm pack. So this is one of the ones that was in our quilt box. So you can kind of see the projects that you can do. So we're going to go in the back of the common area. And then what's going to happen is I'm going to tell you the winners from today. Woohoo! And if you have any more questions, please let me know. Make it rain here. We're going to come right on back here. I don't know if you're going to be able to see the path from here because it's shh, ladies. Shh. They're so loud and rambunctious around here.
It's a wild social system.
It is the Wild Social Sisters. So all the way out back past the barn, not the big white barn, but if you see the gray barn in there, we have a pathway that goes all around. And like Peggy says, it is about a half mile. All right.
It goes around the pond.
Yeah, it goes around the pond. All right. So we are going to talk about winners. Heidi, what do we have for winners today?
You know, we don't pick those ahead of time.
Oh, come on.
Put me and Lisa about it.
Someone's got to. No. I got to keep you in track. All right. So our winners are, do you still have sheep? No, we do not have sheep anymore, unfortunately.
Or chicken.
Patty says, Kaylee, your job on the thread book was fantastic.
Oh, thank you.
By the way, it was Kaylee's birthday yesterday. All right, so the winners for today are Shelly West, Dolores Brady, Mary Jane Souza, Souza. Hopefully I didn't butcher that one. So those are the three winners. Please make sure you email Heidi N at primitivegatherings.us with your information. So name, address, and we will get your prize out to you as soon as we hear from you. So that is all we have today. Please join us next week for another Live with Lisa. I actually believe that this one is going to be on Wednesday next week because Lisa is leaving on Thursday. So I believe we are going to be doing that on Wednesday. So stay tuned for an update on that. Otherwise, I will see you on Comment Sold. I'm going to have one tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Otherwise, have a good weekend, and we will talk to you all later. And remember, every stitch tells a story. Bye, guys.